Hello, this is Richard, this is Games Freezer, and this is the Rich's rapid review for a game called Greedfall. Spiders brings us Greedfall, which is an RPG from a smaller developer that definitely has some lofty ambitions and almost nails them, but for me, not quite. I've been playing the PS4 version and I've sunk around 20 hours into this game so far in order to get a real good feel for what the game is trying to achieve. The game is a throwback to some of the classic open world RPGs from the early 2000s, as the exploration and travel have a gated feel to it rather than being a pure open world environment. This did at first jar my experience slightly, but I can understand that this is a design choice about having a dev team that is just not big enough to create a seamless open world experience. The game has a game loop that is less about exploration and more about ticking off those missions and side quests, whilst levelling up through combat and looting the hell out of the environment and enemies. The best thing about my best RPG open world experience to date on any other games has been the exploration of the environments, and to subtly discover secrets of the landscape and previous events that took place in that environment. In Greedfall, the exploration feels like it's solely in there to move you on to the next mission, and when you do find something of consequence, it is normally dealt with by presenting you with a cutscene to explain it. This works well for Greedfall, but personally I honestly prefer to be left to my own devices and to use my brain power to deduce the significance of a found artifact or clue. Combat is fun, but it does take a little while to get used to, as I wasn't sure what it wanted me to do at first, as it has a tactical pause, which is pretty much like pressing pause on your controller and then digging into your inventory. I think Greedfall would have benefited from a different and more informative UI when entering into the tactical pause mode to make that part of the game more enjoyable and intuitive. You don't have to enter tactical pause to battle it out, and can do everything in real time, especially once you've bound some key potions and spells to the joypad buttons. For me, I found real-time battle method of combat more enjoyable, despite a few wonky camera issues which swung the camera around in a manner that was sometimes disorientating on the battlefield. There's plenty of skill trees to keep you occupied as you level up and get those points to spend on skills, talents and attributes. There's also a stack of customization options for your clothing, armour and weapons, as you use your loot to craft various upgrade slots and don some RPG trendy garments. The bottom line with this video game is that it has been clearly made with a lot of love by a small team of devs who clearly know the genre inside out and who appreciate what most RPG gamers like: loot, combat and lots of monsters to beat up. Greedfall delivers on all of this and more, but for me it misses out on a nice cool rating, as it lacks just that spark of imagination when it comes to the exploration of the environments. I therefore award this game a melting rating, with a recommendation to RPG lovers who love monsters, loot and character customization. Right, I'm off to search for shining wooden chests and a cabin boy who's gone missing after a drinking session at the local tavern.